as well at the do you have any questions. So now that we've got the recording going, thank you all folks for joining us here today. Going to jump into a couple of the top tips to streamline your website before I give you a quick website integration showcase. So tip number one, for the folks that said, hey, I've got a contact us form, the very first tip to streamline your site is to get rid of that contact us form. The main reason for that is clients don't know what they don't know. You want to make sure that you have your inventory listed on your website. You want your prices showing on your website, but simply having a contact us form, when folks get to that screen, when they start seeing, okay, my name is required, my email is required, my phone number, my address, the date of my event, whether it's indoors, outdoors, all of this information, some folks just don't know that information yet, or they just want to see some of the inventory that you have. And that's actually could be a barrier to entry to getting some qualified leads. The other biggest problem that I've heard of folks that have the contact us form is they get some spam through the contact us form, or they get leads for people just filling out their name, filling out their email, not even fully understanding what they're signing up for. They're just kind of filling something out. And they're like, oh, you provide rentals. I thought that you were a venue. So that contact us form, getting rid of it, that is one of the first tips to streamlining your site and making your website a little bit more clean, a little bit easier to navigate. Again, feel free to pop into the chat if you have strong feelings about the contact us form. I'm going to show you in just a couple of minutes an even easier way for folks to let you know what items they're interested in and how you can get some more qualified leads directly into your Goodshuffle Pro account. Moving on here to the next tip. You should have a call to action for clients that are visiting your website on every single page. Every page should have what your clients should be doing, letting you know what they're interested in. So whatever inventory you have on a page, whatever items you have, whatever you're showing, there should be a clear call to action on that page. So no matter where on your website that they navigate, they can submit the lead over to you. They can submit the inventory that they're looking into. That way they could scroll through every single page. They could take a look at everything that you have to offer. They don't need to remember how to get back to that one contact us form. They don't have to get back to that one page to get in touch with you. That way, no matter where on your website they are, they can navigate and submit things over onto you. The last tip that I have for you guys before we get into a quick website integration showcase here is stop maintaining inventory in two different places. You don't no longer need to maintain two inventory lists. Maybe there's some items that you have since sold, or there's new things that you bought. And one very quick and easy way to streamline your site is to only start managing that inventory in one place. In the place, I guess you could say, that it matters the most, inside your Goodshuffle Pro account. That way, if you sell an item, you can move it out of your Goodshuffle Pro account. If you buy new inventory, you can add it into your account and it will immediately appear on your website. Not only are you saving yourself time by having to manage two different inventory lists, you're also going to save yourself some money, because if you do already have a website, if you're working with a developer, I'm sure it may have happened a time or two where just to post up a couple of images, you have to contact your developer, pay them whatever their dollar figure is per hour, just to get those new inventory items posted onto your website. And then there's no call to action on your site if you don't have that website integration just yet. So you're spending this time, you're spending this money getting these inventory items listed on your site with no ability for your folks to let you know that that's exactly what they're looking for. So in summary, the top 3 tips to streamline your website just a little bit. Get rid of that contact us forms to make sure that you're focused on getting qualified leads into your account. Make sure that you have a call to action on every page of your website. And last but not least, stop maintaining 2 inventory lists. You want to make sure you only have one place, one source of truth for your inventory to not only save yourself time, but also save money in terms of getting those inventory items onto your website. Now, one exciting thing that I'd like to share with you guys today, and in just a moment, I'm going to be walking you through Goodshuffle Pro's website integration. The #1 way to streamline your site and get those qualified leads into your account is by integrating your existing inventory with your website. We're currently offering a special on your first month of the website integration. You can save yourself $40 using the Integrate Now 40 promo code that's valid until the end of this month, valid until August 31st. So getting integrated before fall, before the winter season picks on up, you can save yourself $40 on the first month. And like I mentioned before, it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get integrated, get your inventory showing on your website. We're going to have an integration session immediately following this webinar. So by all means, we'll send a link to join that. If you have a Squarespace site or you have a WordPress site, we're going to be going ahead and doing a live integration on those two platforms. If you have other websites, we're going to be sending out a link to go ahead and book a demo, book an integration session. We'd be happy to integrate with some other sites, whether you have Showit, maybe you have a custom build site, you have a developer, things like that. Certainly can still integrate with those. Integrate Now 40 is a great way to go ahead and save yourself a little bit of money prior to the fall season picking up. Any questions so far? Anything that I haven't answered for anyone before I go ahead and I jump into a quick website integration showcase here? Feel free to go ahead and pop any questions into the webinar chat. I'd be more than happy to help everybody. So now what I'd like to do, folks, I would like to share, change over my screen share. I want to show you in a demo website that we have and just talk to you a little bit about how Goodshuffle Pro's website integration works. One of the most common misconceptions with the website integration that Goodshuffle Pro has is I don't really want folks to be able to check out on my website. I just want to make sure that I'm seeing what folks want, making sure that I maintain that quick sales touch prior to folks signing a quote. And with Goodshuffle Pro's website integration, that is exactly how it works. Folks submit over to you the items they're interested in, but they are not able to check out directly through your site. So they're going through, they're seeing all of the inventory that you offer, they are seeing the pricing that you're charging for certain things, and then they only have to fill out their name, their phone number, their email address. You're getting that hot lead right into your Goodshuffle Pro account, created as a new project. And that's what I'm going to show you guys right now. At its core, I'm going to pop over to this inventory screen that I have right here. In just about 5 to 10 minutes, you can have this screen showing up on your site. So you can have your inventory and the photos that exist in Goodshuffle Pro within just a couple of minutes appearing on your site. The categories that you have in Goodshuffle Pro will pop on up over here as well. So you can see I've got some linens over here. If there was other decor items that I wanted to have, maybe some numbers, maybe some balloons, things like that, whatever other decor items that I wanted, I can have those show up here as well. You can also go ahead and get a little bit more scoped down on the website integration. So one of my favorite things to share with folks is, hey, a recently engaged page as an example. If you want to kind of push folks into a certain area, hey, they're recently engaged, you want to start getting some of that information, maybe some of the things that you may ask on a contact us form, like how big is the wedding going to be, what services are you looking for. A page like this is fantastic with the Goodshuffle Pro website integration. You can get a wedding size estimate, whether it's going to be a small, medium, or large wedding, or just an elopement. You can start getting some ideas of the things that they are looking for: ceremony rentals, florals, full wedding planning, maybe a tent, maybe they need a venue, things like that. And all your clients have to do is, oh, cool, I'm having a medium-sized wedding. Cool, I can add that to my wish list here. I want some florals. I can click on this little heart icon. I can add that over here. And like I was saying before, you see that there's a clear call to action right here on your site, the bottom right-hand side, that little heart icon, which you can change around if you wanted to. You can have that be whatever icon you'd like. No matter where I navigate on this site, that little heart icon is going to stay there. So folks can always know to click, okay, cool, I'm ready to submit. I'm ready to let Lucille Enterprises know the items that I'm looking for. I can open this on up. I can go ahead and select the dates that I'm looking for. Hey, I'm going ahead, I'm getting married in November of this year on the 25th. Sorry to everybody that had some Thanksgiving plans. And lastly, it's only a couple of fields to fill out here. So you're not trying to pull everything out of your clients. You're just getting their name, their email address. You have the option of requiring their phone number. That way, what you're getting is the most important information. I'm going to go ahead and fill this out right here. And if they have a venue as well, they can go ahead and fill that out too. But it is not required for them to fill out a venue. Maybe they don't know where they're getting married just yet, so that does not need to be a required field. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and delete that information. I'm going to go ahead and submit this wish list over to my account. And when I go ahead and I click submit list like that, two things happen. One, your client gets an email letting them know, hey, thank you so much for submitting a wish list over to your company name. You get an email that says, hey, just want to let you know that this person went ahead and submitted a wish list. And the beauty of this integration is when you get that email, when you go ahead and click the link that is in that email, you're going to immediately be taken to a almost fully put together project in your Goodshuffle Pro account. So you can see here, I have this project that's already created. We just had a quick question come in the Q&A. Can you have the entire wishlist integration password protected? Yeah, you can on your website have a page that is password protected. Just wanted to throw that out there. So popping back over into your Goodshuffle site, I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the submission that I just put in. Pull this guy up right over here. So you can see the items that I had selected are already on a brand new project in Goodshuffle Pro. So you're not only saving yourself the time of figuring out what size wedding they want or what rentals they want, things like that. You're also getting a project with their name and email address automatically put together. So now you are so many steps ahead than when you just get that contact us form. You can still call this client. You can let them, ask a couple of quick questions. Hey, where's your venue? How many guests do you have? And whatever quick questions you need to ask, you certainly could have that conversation. However, the other beauty of this is if this is all you need and you need to send this quote right out to your client, all you got to do is add delivery and send it right out to your client. You're good to go. So just like that, you see how easy it is to save yourself the time in the Goodshuffle integration, get your inventory, all of the photos and things like that you have already in existence on your account, sent right to your website, and get those qualified leads over into your Goodshuffle Pro account. Anything that I left unanswered for anyone that joined this webinar? We did have 2 questions come in the Q&A. By all means, who else has a question? Does anyone have anything that they'd like to submit? I'll go ahead and turn the floor over to you guys for the next couple of minutes before we jump into a live integration session for both WordPress or Squarespace. So I'll give you guys just a moment or two. If you do have a question, by all means, pop it into the Q&A. I'm happy to keep my screen sharing going here. I could show you anything that you'd like to see, whether on the Goodshuffle side or the website side as well. Looks like we just got another question pop into the Q&A here. Susan just asked, how do I know a wish list has come in? Excellent question. When a wish list is submitted, you will get an email sent to your account. So you will get an email letting you know, hey, so-and-so has submitted a wish list. Click here to take you right over to that project. And I can get an example of what that email looks like pulled up for you right now. Great question. You get an email, comes right to your inbox, and you're good to go there. Any other questions that anybody has? No worries at all, Susan. It's a great question. It's something that comes up on anytime I'm chatting about the website integration. That is a question that always comes up. Like, wait, how do I get notified? It comes right to your email inbox. So even if you're on your phone, even if you're on the move setting up for another event, I've heard plenty of folks get wish list submissions while maybe they're setting up for something else, and they will go ahead and start getting that wish list sent out to their client right from their phone while they're in the field. You don't have to make any phone calls or anything like that. It's a project put together for you. We just had another question popping in. Can you include more event details like start time, number of guests, delivery times? You certainly can have your clients put in the start time of their event. So I'll go ahead and show you that as well. So if I add a few more items here to my wish list cart, when I'm selecting dates, I can also select the start and end time. However, we have some data that shows the more things that you require a client to enter in prior to submitting a wish list, the less likely they are to submit anything, whether it's a contact us form, whether it's the website integration, they're submitting a wish list. So those types of quick questions like, hey, how many guests are you going to have? What delivery times? That's a great quick conversation that you can have with your client after they submit a wish list to also maybe try to upsell your clients on anything. Hey, notice that you added some chairs to your wish list order, but do you also wanted do you want any chair cushions, things like that. So when you're having that quick check-in call, it's a great opportunity for upsell as well. By all means, folks, if you do have any other questions, feel free to fire them on in here. Leave this room open for another minute or two. And then it looks pretty sure that you guys can either type into the chat who has a WordPress site or a Squarespace site that would be looking to get integrated today. Take advantage of that Integrate Now 40 promo code, save $40 in your first month. If that's something that you guys would like to do, we're more than happy to open up that page for you and make sure that we can help you guys integrate live here today. See if there's any other questions. Looks like we had one other question probably. Great question, Dawn. You do not need to integrate today. However, since we are holding that live integration session, if you're able to, certainly encourage you to hang tight. This promo will be going on until the end of this month, so as long as you integrate prior to August 31st. So August 31st is the deadline for the promo code that we have running today. One other thing that I wanted to share with you guys quickly while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and click share over here on the right-hand side. As folks are taking a look at your inventory on your site, do want to let you guys know that any alternate items or maybe accessories like that chair cushion associated with that chair, those will appear right underneath the item. So your inventory is doing the work for you. If there's other items that maybe go along with the white tablecloth as alternates, you can see a navy tablecloth also looks pretty good. Or if there are upsell items that you want to see here, you certainly could add those as accessories, and those will appear on your site as well. Gotcha. Yeah, Don, we're going to be sending out a link to book an integration session with us. So by all means, you can click that link. You can book a time. If you do have a web developer and you'd like them to hop on a quick call with us to get integrated, by all means, we'll be sending that email out so you guys can work with us to get yourselves integrated. Renee, it sounds like you have Squarespace. You're looking. You're just curious. Would love to know why you don't want to integrate today. What's holding you back from getting your inventory on your site, saving yourself some time? All right. So we got another question pop on in. Can we have the inventory in a specific design? Yeah, certainly able to. Working with a web developer, you can change the look and feel of the website integration to your liking. So I'll give you an example. One of our users who uses the website integration here. What we can do at Goodshuffle, we're happy to help you get the core integration started, getting your inventory up on your site looking like this, maybe change some of the colors around. That we certainly can help you out with. If you'd like to take it a step further and you want to go ahead and change the look and feel of the website, right? they can go ahead and have it changed around a little bit like this if you have a developer to change things to your liking. Dawn, another excellent question. The question that Dawn just popped on in was if you have a whole design of decor, and if somebody just wants the centerpiece, they can click on the centerpiece right there. It is certainly possible to have specific pages broken out by type of event or things like that. I've got another example here that I could pull up for you. Just hold on one quick second here. So sharing my screen again, this is another demo site that we have. You certainly can have, hey, here's a whole design. Here are things that I've seen that we've had in the past. A couple of different pictures of baby showers. You got some table settings, an arch over here, all that good stuff. And you certainly could have all the inventory that they've seen in those photos right down here. So it's certainly possible to pick and choose what inventory is going to appear where. So if there's like a shop the look that you're going for, that type of design, you absolutely can achieve that on your site. Alrighty then. All right, folks. So one last time, if anybody has a Squarespace or a WordPress site looking to integrate today, we're going to go ahead and get 2 other video sharing links sent over in the chat here. You're more than welcome to hop into one of those sessions. We'd be more than happy to go ahead and get you integrated on Squarespace or WordPress. Get those pulled up for you in just a moment. Susan, you asked, is there a max amount? Add some more clarity to your question, if you could. Max amount of items. I just want to make sure I'm understanding exactly what you mean. There's no limit to the number of inventory items that you can show. There's no, from the Goodshuffle side of things, there's no limit to the amount of pages that you can have on your website. It might differ site to site. Some websites and things like that may limit the number of pages that you have. I have not seen that with Squarespace, WordPress, or any of the other platforms that we support. But depending on the web plan that you have, it could be possible that pages are limited. Again, that is a website limitation. That would not, from the Goodshuffle Pro side of things, all of you, if you have 1,000 inventory items, all 1,000 items are going to be pushed over to your site. Alrighty then. So folks, what I'm going to drop in the chat now, if you would like to integrate, if you have a WordPress site and you are looking to integrate today, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link that you guys can click on. It's another video chat. Again, if you have a WordPress site and you want to follow me step by step to get integrated on WordPress, please go ahead and click that link. I'd be happy to help you out. And if you do have a Squarespace site and you'd be looking to go ahead and get that integrated as well, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for Squarespace. You can go ahead and join us there. Really appreciate everybody coming on in. Appreciate the folks that asked a couple of questions. I'll keep the room open for another minute or two. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera and sound off. Again, if you have WordPress, you're going to go ahead and click on that link that ends in Jake. If you have Squarespace, you're going to click on that link that ends in Samantha. We're happy to help you guys get integrated on Squarespace or WordPress here live today. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I appreciate your time. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, anyone who is still hanging out, if you do want to join a live WordPress integration session, go ahead and click on the link in the chat that ends in Jake. If you do want to join a live Squarespace integration session, go ahead and click on the link that ends in Samantha. In just another minute or two, I'm going to go ahead and close out of this room. Hopefully see you guys integrating in either WordPress or Squarespace in just a couple of minutes.